Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
I'm on. Check. Check 3, check 3.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now third down and 6.
On third down, Bridgewater. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Mike, 58, right there. I got it. 58, boy, 58.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsay. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
An excellent gain, 35 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. This is Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
To throw is Murray. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On play action, it's Murray. Being chased out left. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defense. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw, Bridgewater. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He was 2nd in the NFL last year with 6 interceptions. This time, not only the interception, but also 6 points.
And it's just so difficult to go get the football in this league because people are so proficient in the passing game. It's not easy at all to read patterns, to break on the football, catch the ball, and take it the other way. Yeah, when you have a guy like that on your team, you feel really good about his efforts.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Murray. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The connection made. It's Graham. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Bridgewater on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Bridgewater. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Quandre Diggs there defensively. Murray now on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Good stuff. Keep going.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got you. Check that.
That's complete to Jeffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Crabtree has it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Get him, boy.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Bridgewater again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. If you hit a guy in the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Will Fuller. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 down, 3 down.
2nd and 5 now. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They do go for it. It's Murray. Got a man. He finds Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Raiders pick it up. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On 1st down, Lindsey. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 7 yards on. The pick up there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Screen pass to Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. And Dawson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To try again after the sack. Murray steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing is Murray on third down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Emmanuel Sanders with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Shotgun now from Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touch.
He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a carry for Lindsey. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run here with Sims. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's complete to Fuller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
14 yards. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to let it go deep, and this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Dawson tacks on the point after, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Phil Dawson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch the pass.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Murray going to throw. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
50, mark 50, mark 50. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And the Raiders have got him. Geno Atkins. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 3rd down, Murray. And Eifert has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray got his man. It's Eifert. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Joe Mixon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground?
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall to